Let's have a look at how we put in the regular waistband. I've pinned my waistband to the seam as I would with the adjustable elastic. The method here is a little bit different. We're going to top stitch the waistband from this point to this point, which we've marked earlier. So I marked it here on the inside. You want to mark it really on the outside because that's where we're going to stitch. So what I had to do is quickly put a pin in there and move the mark over to the other side. There we go. Now I know I'm going to stitch from this pin to the other pin. And so we're going to stitch all the way along there first. And then we're also going to stitch the top edge. And then we're going to put the elastic in, and it's still going to have enough movement room. And you could use the same method for the adjustable waistband as well, just having a buttonhole on the other side. Really pulling it nice and flat because it does want to push and you do not want to get any pleats into this. Make sure the stitch length is 3.5. Lock in your stitches at the end. And then we want to do the top edge as well. Again, use the same distance or same marking on your presser foot that you've used on the lower edge there, so they're both the same. I like top stitching. It always makes whatever product you're stitching look so much more professional, but it needs to be a longer stitch length, otherwise it looks, again, homemade. Now I can pull through my elastic. And it's quite nice if you can get the elastic on the other side of your seam allowance. If you can't, really, it doesn't matter too much. But it's nice if it sits to the outside. It makes it all look a little bit flatter. And I'm going to pull it all the way in until it stands over the edge only like maybe a centimeter. There we go. And once that's right, I'm going to put a vertical pin in there. And then I'm going over to the other side and pull it through further. It doesn't need a lot of gather in the back, and depending on the waist of your girl, you might not need any, right? You might not even need an elastic, so you need to definitely check the waistband circumference first before you finish it off. See, it's not a massive amount it gathers, it's just for comfort. And we've got, yep, exactly the right measurement here. So I'm just going to put my pins in now vertical to the seam that I'm going to do. And now we're going to stitch down the side and all the way around. And I think most of you will probably use this technique. The adjustable elastic is a great technique to use, but not really suitable for a beginner, to be fair. So and I come all the way around. And now, where I go around the corner, again, with the needle down, sometimes you have transporting issues, which you see here. Oh, a little bit, not too much, but sometimes you do. And in that case, you can help yourself out by putting a double thread through a corner. And then you can have something to pull on when you're sewing it. Like here, it's really stuck. Can you see? I needed to move it over, which I don't think looks all that nice, of course. So on the other side, I'm going to show you the same procedure, but that time with that thread going through the corner. So let's just finish this off. overrun the stitch a little bit. Let's go in here. Perfect. Now I do the same on the other side. Coming down locks in your elastic, which is great. Needle down. And again here, I wasn't able to adjust it very well because I have now swapped to my electronic machine on this one because the other one was doing loops underneath it. So put a thread through the corner here. I'm just going to sew up to this point. And also it holds it nice and steady. Pull a bit from the back. And then go down. And I really don't like the fact that I have to lift the presser foot to actually get it into position. That's electronic machines for you. You'll have the same, I think, on all your machines. It just is not the best. So really pull now. And now the skirt is almost finished. The next step will be to put in either cam snaps or buttonholes, and I'll show you that in the next chapter. So I'll see you there.